Do you think the Broncos or the Patriots benefited more with the game being pushed back a week? Benjamin, give me an argument that the Broncos benefited more.
You get the time to prep Drew Lock. It's not just token reps. You get the time to prep him. You get the time to have what you consider to be the superior quarterback for your team. And in the end, you can't be a team that banks on other teams missing players if you're going to be a successful franchise. That can't be the attitude that you're going in. Oh, well, they're going to be without their best two players, so we might win. If they do have them, well, then we're going to lose. That's not an attitude you can have if you're going to be a winning football team. You got to go out there and beat them at full strength. And who says the Broncos can't beat? The last time they played Cam Newton, they teed off on him. So, I think the idea, and Cam was a better player back then, to be honest with you. So the idea that they can't beat the Patriots, with an extra week, I think people are looking at it the wrong way. Who does it benefit more? It benefits both. They both get healthy. You get a better football game.
Well, certainly for the Broncos and for Vic Fangio, the message he's trying to impart to the team is we can find benefit out of this. Mm-hmm. And the mindset is so important. Like the way Vic Fangio framed it to the media and the way he tried to frame it to the team was it's our mindset that's ultimately going to carry us through all of this. Mm-hmm. If we have the mindset of a little bit of a loser mentality that, the league's out to get us and we got the short end of the stick and this is bad news for us, then that's the way you're going to approach pretty much the rest of the season. Mm-hmm. But same thing with the injuries, right? I mean, it's very easy to get kind of wallow in how many injuries this team has sustained. But if you go to the other side of this thing and you frame it as, guys, look what we get. Drew Lock, our quarterback, should be back for this game. Mm-hmm. Might have Noah Fant, depending on how fast of a healer he is with his ankle. Look, another week for Phillip Lindsay, who was not rushing back because he could have been back for the Jets game, mm-hmm. but one more week on turf toe, I think, not running, it's going to help for sure. So there are some things that if managed correctly, this team could potentially look at as, no, we're in a more advantageous position rather than the other way around. And by the way, home field advantage is not what it used to be. Not like this year.
Right.
You're not going into the dreaded Foxborough playing there at Gillette where you're dealing with the crowd noise there. It's not like that right now. You can hear yourself on the field when you're the offense.
Right. That's the other thing I think people don't realize in the home broadcast, because of the audience noise that's piped in on the broadcasts on television. I don't think that people understand that it's significantly quieter on the field, and you can hear everything. And honestly, if you have a quarterback that can hard count well, that's your advantage. We've seen a couple of them this year. Aaron Rodgers has been killing it with that hard count. Mm-hmm. So if you got a quarterback that can hard count a little bit, you got a little bit of an advantage. I saw something today, though. ESPN put out their pass block win rates versus run block win rates.
Saw that
graph.
Yeah.
You see how far last place the Broncos were on both?
The Broncos are in a tough spot on that, but it kind of comes back to our conversation we were having earlier about evaluating Drew Lock. The way I look at that, okay, is, the Broncos have struggled in some of those win rates because they've had three different quarterbacks back there, including a quarterback that holds the ball a really long time. Mm-hmm. And they've been inconsistent on the offensive side of the ball. But isn't that kind of what we said they would be? Even if Drew Lock would have played all four of these games, didn't we say the offense might get off to a little bit of a slow start? How can you really analyze what the offensive line is or isn't until you not only have your quarterback, but you're also playing in a little bit of rhythm? They haven't found rhythm yet.
We can't get rhythm. You keep rotating the quarterbacks through. You got a carousel going. It's tough to get rhythm like that. I don't know that us saying that is, we knew that it was going to be sluggish for offenses, especially anybody that's got a finesse offense and the passing skeleton portion of it. But, I think we're at the point of the season now. Everybody's got enough reps. They should have the timing mostly down. I think that.
But hold on. Lloyd Cushenberry is a perfect example of this. You're starting a rookie center. You knew there were going to be some bumps in the road.
Well, right.
And you got three different quarterbacks that he's getting the ball to in that process. And they've faced some of the toughest defensive fronts that they could possibly face. So, I'm kind of with you on that sure, you would hope that at this point the five guys, and again, it hasn't been all five guys because Eli's out, but the five guys should be able to work together and have that all down by now. I disagree. I say with the rookie center, you're still seeing – you haven't seen his best yet.
I hope we haven't seen his best yet, because if we have, we're in a world of hurt. I'll say this. Cush has not been exactly what they needed so far. He's had some problems. But I think that there's potential there, and I hope that he continues to grow. I think having Dotson over there is helping out Glasgow a little bit. Dotson, not athletic enough to get out there and be a factor in the screen game, but he looked okay. He looked serviceable, and he understands that if he's getting beat with speed to get back in a vertical set, because you can reroute the pass rusher, which is something Eli didn't really understand with those speed rushers. So that's something to kind of take note of. I think that the offensive line it's got its bumps. Dalton hasn't been the same Dalton he was last year. Part of that's covering down on the rookie that he's next to. Garrett, though, has been better, significantly better. I think it's time to start talking contract extension, get something in front of him. They put an offer, they put the opening salvo out there, which is always a low ball offer, but they put the opening offer out there, and they're not going to take that, so they'll negotiate it. But at least the talk has started. I just want to get Locke out there. I want to get this offense going, and I want to see what it looks like, honestly. We've had so many injuries with Fant and Hamler and Locke and Lindsey. You have no clue what this offense can be. We don't know what its ceiling is.